I'm checking certain things, and we're going to deal with it. It is unlikely that people are going to flood in immediately. Um, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to check up stuff here. Should look like I'm live in a few minutes, if I'm not already live. Still getting used to the ropes, so it will likely be a little bit until we actually start getting to the game. Here we go. I apologize for the the undertone. I will have chat actually open so you can see it all. I don't think you're going to be that behind me. So shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it's going to be a little late because I have a little latency. Hello, hello there. Yeah. I'm going to be I'm setting up right now, so it'll be a little until I actually start playing. But right now I'm just getting things ready. I need the link to myself, so it's going to get a little meta here in 1 second. Because we're going to look to YouTube, and we're going to actually find the exact stream that it's on. And we're going to find the link, and we're going to copy paste it, because I got a few places I need to put it in. So copy video URL. Going to find the link. Oh, it's really meta. Sorry for the meta. I hereby very much apologize. That was a little really meta. That was not my intention. Other than that, it looks like that I'm getting ready to get started here. So we're going to... Yes, who does not like meta? I also have to post this now to Twitter as well, because I did say I was trying to stream on Twitter, so I'm going to post it up to Twitter. Once that's done, this would be a lot easier if I had two monitors. There we go. Stream acquired. I'm not going to post that in Facebook. If anyone watching wants to put it in Facebook, go right ahead. It's not really my problem. I think it's might be real time for us to get started. There we go. Yes, we're getting started with Castlevania. I apologize for the Twitter feed. This is probably going to be, it's going to be a little laggy. Well, it shouldn't be laggy, but it should be, you're going to be a little behind me, so chat will be a little weird. But it should be fairly alright. We're going to start the game. Wrong button. Excuse me. I have completed the game. As it's fairly obvious, I've beaten the game to a fairly high percentage. We're just going to get as far as we can on normal. Actually, because we're on here, I would like to ask the stream, which it doesn't really matter who's watching or not, but I would like to ask the stream some names we should go with. So I'll wait here on this screen for a little bit until you guys actually come up with a name. Who is better, Soma or Julius? That's hard to say. Technically Soma. Technically from a skill standpoint, but Julius would be fairly powerful. Is also fairly powerful. So I don't really know. I don't know that's out of my head. Just because the other one's actually there, I'll actually think I'll do Soma. Why not? Makes sense. I have the file that's the Julius mode. 2035, Japan. I'm not going to read this. I read this originally. I don't want to read it again. Sorry, guys. I don't want to read it. I really don't want to read it. It's going to be really meta watching the other screen that's slightly behind me. It's going to be really, really meta. For me, anyway. For you guys, it's just a stream. Castle time, baby. We'll be getting as far as we can, I think. It shouldn't take too long to beat the game, but it'll take a bit of time. It looks like he's coming too. Where am I? What happened? So you've decided to join us. Do you have a pleasant nap? Huh? Who the heck are you? It's okay, Soma. His name's Genya Arikado. Give the introductions. I have a few questions and I need answers now. Go ahead. Well, why have you come here? Well, Mina, hang on. Where are we? We're in Dracula's castle. We're in Europe? No, we're inside the solar eclipse. Inside the eclipse? Are you insane? Do you think I'm a fool? He's telling the truth. Tell me about well, an enemy? Damn, protect the girl. Snap. The winged skeleton soul. So it has awakened. What has the spirit of the creature you killed entered your body? So you have the power to absorb the abilities of the monsters you kill. Why would I have that power? You have gained the power now to go to the Master's Chamber. For what reason do you not wish to return your friend to your own world? Because I want to go back. To go to the Master's Chamber, then you will understand everything. But I can't just leave Mina here like this. No need to worry about her. I'll put up a protective barrier. But death will most certainly find those who stay here for too long. Yes, only you can from a painful death. So do I have things to do within these castle walls? Go. For her to stay. Well, I should go over controls, or at least a little bit. We have souls. I'll explain more in detail when we actually get them. We have a knife. We got some armor. We got some accessories. We don't have any. We don't have anything in our item use. Ability-wise, we have nothing, which I miss. I miss my my glorious downslide. Let's get to it. The castle corridor. Zombies are prevalent. There we go. This is going to. I'm probably only going to be able to look at the stream for a little bit because I'm going to probably be playing this. That was quick. I got a. This is Guardian. I don't remember what this one is. It's basically a passive soul. I got it really early. It's not a bad soul. It's just not great. It's unlikely that I'm actually going to go for the quick level 2. I will likely just keep moving forward. I know people who will actually sit in this room and grind to level 2, which I don't usually find ever meaning for. I've beaten this game plenty of times. As you can tell, I'm not the best at dodging, not while I have none of my stuff. The Bat Soul here is actually fairly alright. The short sword is also a decent early weapon. Because it has much more reach than the knife we were using before does. There's a weapon that we could have gotten from the zombies. We might still get it. It's far better. Oh, Gravekeeper. This is one of the other good souls. It's a gray soul, so you can. It's what's called a tactical, and you can use it to do an ability. They're also called ability souls. In here, save room. They're fairly obvious. Yeah. Suggestion of a random name generator would probably be a good idea, but not important anymore. If we go up here, we got ourselves a cape. A cape? What do you think a cape does? It should increase your magic or constitution, something like that? No, it increases your defense. Man, that was quick. I've gotten really good at really fast equipping stuff. Skeletons! That was also very quick. Skeleton Soul. To use the red soul that we have equipped here, we press up and B, or whatever the fudge you have equipped as your attack button. In my case, it is B. I should also go over, configure. Guardian Soul. There we go. Ability Soul. The ability, aka the backspace, the throwback. Guardian is R, which is the blue soul. Go. Kill the axe armor. And guess what? It's boss time! Oh, I wanted to slide in. Easiest boss ever. I will blatantly say it. This is the easiest boss Castlevania has ever had, and I played a lot of Castlevania games. There you go. I win. As I said, it's a really easy boss. Let me move forward. We've got a castle map, so we have a small idea of where everything is. Save one more time. As you may have guessed, saving also heals your magic and health. Magic is the green meter, red is the hit point meter. Peeping Eye! These things are a pain, but they give you a really cool soul, but they're really bloody rare. The soul's rare. But, because the Peeping Eye is here, secret area. This is the most basic secret area in the entire game, and has a mind up to it. I've gotten 98%, 98.2% in this game, because I haven't quite completely found everywhere in the castle, and I pretty much scoured the entire castle, and I'm still missing areas. This castle is huge. I'll be going over into major areas. I'll probably get about 70 to 80% of the castle completed in this run. I will be doing this is not a speed run, so don't expect craziness. Flying Armor Soul, well, I should equip it. This is a Guardian Soul. You press R, and it's a continuous effect, but it will drain your MP as long as it's active. Those are killer fish. Don't try and kill them right now. They're a little pain to kill. They have a fairly alright soul. I think it's a yellow soul, so it's actually fairly alright. I don't know if it's any of the other souls. I don't think it's actually one of the souls I have. The Peeping Eye Soul is rare, and if you can get it, go right ahead. The Bat Soul is not quite as rare, but it's fairly good. Well, in this game anyway. In Dawn of Sorrow, it's not quite as good. It's not bad, it's just nowhere near as good. The Winged Skeleton Soul, the most basic soul you get in the game, is actually really, really good. You saw me use it quite a bit in the boss fight. It's handy for reaching long-distance places, especially since that most places you won't need that. That and it sticks around, so it can... Ow. I got hit by the... Where... I don't know what the fuck to call it. The reason why we need to go get the Flying Armor Soul is because if we jump up here... Look. Well, over across here. There we go. Been there. And this is a potion. These are white dragons. White dragons are a pain. I think they're... my least favorite game with these things is actually... using enough Order of Ecclesia, where the best weapons are never effective against them. No, we'll go in full circle. We'll actually show off some of the unique areas, I guess. Zombie Soul is actually kind of awful. It throws a grenade. That sounds really cool, but it's nowhere near as cool as it sounds. It takes a while for it to explode, and it does nowhere near as much damage as you hope. As I say that, I'm getting that soul. Well, up here, we can get ourselves some better armor. Some leather plate, which, in comparison to this, is far superior. When you level up, all your stats increase. This is actually one of the few games where your luck really increases very fast. As a lot of the other Castlevania games, your luck is very low. And you have to use items to seriously increase it. I've never had brutally low luck in this game. That was a Skeleton Warrior. Huh. Potion. Potion in this game restore 100 hit points. The hearts I'm grabbing increase my restore my magic, not my hit points, as you may have guessed. Ooh, I got a rapier. That is very good. It's a similar weapon to what we're using. That's why I'm using it. I'm going to use it. It's not a slashing weapon. It is specifically a, well, it's technically a slashing weapon under the game's data, but it is technically not. I'm missing my my slide. I miss it. Very good. Up there's some flame armor. It's by the time you can actually grab it, it's bad, which is actually kind of funny. There's plenty of better armor you can get at the time you can get that one. Let's do another area. We can't grab access to that yet, even with the Flying Armor Soul. I'll even show it off. Can't grab it quite yet. If we could, it's a really advanced area, and we can't really do anything there. If we don't have any souls at all. Grab the scarf. Now, here's a question. What do you think would be more defensive? A scarf or a cape? You'd probably guess the cape, right? No, the scarf. I don't know why. That's how the coding works. Deal with it. Actually, going up here is a good detour because it gives us good levels of experience. I can actually go over experience, I think. We'll go over experience for the enemies I've defeated in the area. Every time we go into a new area, if it has new enemies, I think that'd be a good idea. That's what we'll do. Because we have a whole enemy log, so I can keep track. It even tells you what enemies you have the souls of. I would like having the Axe Armor Soul, though. It would be very nice. I like that soul. Reminds me of other games I play with Castlevania. I'm using the jump attack tactic, which is actually a speedrun tactic. I don't usually do it right all the time, so that's why I don't always use it. But it is actually really handy to deal with things like ghosts. Zombies, if you have not guessed, are weak to slashing. Basically bladed weapons. There we go, gotta level up. Ghosts are resistant to it, but they have very little hit points. I got some money. Money is currently worthless. We do need a heal, though. And I don't feel like using a potion, so we're just gonna... There's a peeping eye outside. It is just annoying. It can never attack you. It's literally just a nuisance. Though I'm using left, if you actually manage to glitch outside of the background, it actually does classify as an enemy, so you could technically kill it. But it will never come inside. It will never do anything. I've literally sat on that screen for hours. It's never done anything. You can't really get up there, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you can get up there until we get the double jump, which we're actually be getting sooner than the slide. Which is kind of reversed. Most Castlevania games give you the slide first. This is one of the few games that doesn't. I believe even Symphony of Night gives you a slide before it gives you that. Though it did give us backdash fairly early, so I'm not complaining too much. There we go. Up there is another area we can't quite access yet. If we open up the map, it goes somewhere. Leave it at that. The Tiny Devil Soul, if we actually manage to grab it, is very, very good. The Blue Crow Soul is also fairly good too. Rock Armor. They're tough. They give a lot of experience. They're great level grind material. We're reaching the end of this area. Save. When I mean we're reaching the end of the area, literally we are very close to the end of this area. We'll be reaching some of the other areas soon. I haven't been keeping up with chat. I will do that when we go check the monster material, I think. The combat knife, actually, is better weapon. It's just very close range. We'll be using it because it's actually a very good quality weapon. And I'm not too bad at using it. See, 43 damage in comparison to like the 30 we were doing. Mermen are just annoying. They hop out of the water, they spit at you. They have an alright soul, though. Give them credit. Ow. This area, you think, oh, it's going to be something really, really neat. It's going to be really cool. Okay, go through here. It is some money. As I said, money is basically worthless right now. There we go. Kill the bats. Kill some more bats. They're rather batty, wouldn't you agree? Bad puns. Mermen. There's actually no mermaids, I don't think, in this entire game. Or in any real Castlevania game. What, are, like, mermen the evil version of mermaids? Permanently? Alright. Oh. It's an asshole. Hello, yeah, he's human. Relax. His name is Graham. He's a missionary? Okay. I'm Soma Cruz. You weren't here in the shrine before, were you? How did you get here? I'm not sure. I went through the shrine gate and boom, I was here. I see. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, I don't mind. Is it true this is Dracula's castle? It most certainly is. But isn't Dracula's castle in Europe somewhere? In theory, yes, but his true castle exists somewhere else. His true castle? Yes, it is a well-known fact that in the underworld. Do you believe in vampires? Well, no, I made up actually. Well, no, it's true. It was leaked to the outside world. Usually the church handles these things with utmost secrecy. Over the course of time, Dracula has been resurrected many times. When people lost faith, craved chaos and destruction, during the World Wars, stuff like that. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, there's a game like that. I might be playing it. Eventually. So you're trying to say that Dracula has been resurrected. No, Dracula perished in 1999. The prophecy of 1999, don't you? Nostradamus' great prophecy? Yes, Dracula was resurrected exactly as he predicted, but vampire hunters destroyed him completely. They ended his regenerative cycle, sealing his castle, the symbol of a demonic power inside the darkness of an eclipse. And that eclipse is where we are now. Yes, but there's still more to the story. There's more. In the year 2035, a new master will come to the castle, and he will inherit all of Dracula's powers. That's... Yes, that time is now. I better get going. Is that all then? Oh, yes, thank you. Farewell, and be careful. Him as well. Alright. As I said, I'm going in between areas soon, so I'm going to go over the enemies, because it's fun to go over enemies. The bats give you 1 experience. Their weakness... Oh, I could just do this. Zombies, I have the soul of. They are resistant to dark, 1 experience. Skeleton, 3 experience. Merman, 2. Axe Armor, 10. Skull Archer, 5. Peeping Eye, 8. Blue Crow, 2. Boer, 6. White Dragon, 20. Zombie Soldier, 9. Skeleton Knight, 12. Ghost, 1. Tiny Devil, 8. Rock Armor, 24. And the Creaking Skull, which is way down in list, is 110. I don't think we found anything else. There's quite a few enemies in this game. Alright, let's catch up with chat. Yeah, actually, no. No. These souls that I have, most of them are shite. Like, the zombie soul only works if I'm poisoned, and there's only certain areas where you can be poisoned, so it's kind of shite. The skeleton soul is kind of alright. The zombie soldier is also rather shite. So all the souls I've gotten have been against me, basically. I don't use any of them. The one I might use is the skeleton soul, just because it can be handy. The zombie soul is just temporary, because we'll be getting, I believe, a soul that's filled that slot rather soon, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh. Oh, thank you, chat, for for explaining how the killer fish soul works. Now we're in the chapel, which is filled with ghosts. I forgot I had the combat knife. This one is actually fairly good. The ghost soul is uniquely good and uniquely bad. It's great against things that are not tolerant to dark. But other than that, it is kind of crap. That's why I said it was kind of meh. Oh, I can kill X armors in 2 hits now. These ghosts are a little bit of a pain, as you may have guessed. These here, bone pillars. Get used to them. You're going to see them a lot. So, fun fact, you can actually stand on them. They're enemies, but you can stand on them. There's a few enemies like that, actually. You can just stand on them. Over here. Bell. There's a few things in here that I want to try and grab. A mind up is one of them, actually. Mind ups are handy. Actually, I think it's a light, actually, not a dark. I don't think about it. Now there's a high potion, and that's a high mind up. Yeah, we can't get those. We don't have double jump. But what we can do is cross. I missed! Oh, well, we still got the bamboo sword. Which is, I think, worse than the combat knife. Yeah, it is, by a far margin. But it is the first weapon that is like that. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the combat knife because it's far better. I think that's basically the whole room. There's some other things in there. There's a rapier, I think, in there. There's a few other things in there that are nice, but none of them are really required. There's the giant ghost. A giant ghost gives you more experience. It takes more hits, though. Oh no, the rapier's up in this room up here. Go. And we're now exploring areas that we have just gotten access to. Those things are pain. The Durga Soul. The Durga Soul I don't think is that bad. There's basically a counter version of this, which is called the Curly. That one's also fairly good. The gym clothes, yeah, are better. We'll take it. Though I think we can get... I've actually gotten, I think it gets bronze armor. That's way better overall. Yeah, there's a rapier there. We already have a rapier. We don't need to worry about it. We're going to be facing a boss again soon, I think. Up here, some money. Aye, die. There are a few areas that I want to actually kind of show, but I also don't want to show because they're kind of annoying. Alright. There we go. Skeleton Knight. Giant Ghost. Not important. Most of the enemies you'll find here are the same as everywhere else. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait for that one. Tiny Devil. Oh, synced up a little better. Yeah. Kill the bats. Ow. These are Uns. They do a lot of damage. But they... Okay, this is the Manticore. I'm actually going to swap from the ghost to the winged skeleton here. Because if we can hit it more than once... There you go. It's dead. That's it. That's the entire fight. What, did you expect some sort of grandiose, so overpowered fight? No, it's a very easy fight. We're going to swap back to the ghost now. So we've gotten a decent soul in the ghost, but we don't have anywhere near like the really nice souls I like. For example, the tiny devil soul. If I actually had that one, I would be happy. That's a really nice soul. I'm also using souls a little more regularly than I normally would, which is actually kind of weird. I don't normally use them that much. Because actually, amusing fact about the rock armor. When it's under here, it tries to throw it, but then the rock is in the wall, so it doesn't, it just breaks. We can't get up there, as that will tell you. So our only choice is to go down, where we have to fight a zombie officer. All right. Can I please get the tiny devil soul? I like it. No. Okay, fine. Let's see here. Any new enemies? Let's see. We got the giant ghost. We got ourselves the giant ghost, which gives you more experience than a standard ghost. The fleaman. This thing is a little annoying, but it has a fairly alright soul, so it's kind of in take. The zombie officer, we're not really going to see that much of, but we'll see it eventually again. It, I believe, drops a pretty nice weapon. Oh, and almost all of these zombie enemies will drop rotten flesh. Rotten meat, I think it is, actually. And it's actually rather weak. Alright. The study is a place that I'll actually have to, like, seriously go around in. Because there are certain areas that we can't even do anything with yet. But I'll be going... this is, I believe, one of them, actually, I can't do anything with. I also apologize for the me constant swapping between the different screens. Yeah, we can't do anything here yet. We need the double jump. Seriously, anyway. No, we can get over here, I think. Yeah, no, we need the double jump. Yeah, Ghost is light if it's hurting the giant ghost so bad. The Bastard Sword. It's weaker than the combat knife, I believe. Yes. But it has much greater range. So I'll use it because I do like myself some range. Range is nice. There's a few weapons I will be trying to get. I'm probably going to die getting them. So there will actually probably be a few game overs because I'm going to have to try and get them. There is one area that will actually have the most powerful weapon in it, and we'll make sure to go grab it because it is a really good weapon. I actually didn't know how to get the most overpowered weapon in the entire game for a while. Until recently, actually, when I've been trying to 100% this game, where I haven't done it once, as you guys could tell from the menu of me having 98.2%. Ignore the box. We can't do anything with it. Actually, can we? We might be able to do something with it. I don't think we can. No, we need double jump. We don't quite have that jumping yet. And we can't go down this way. Like, we can't go up this way. We need double jump for this as well. So we need to go over here. Kill this fleaman. Ow. The ectoplasm will curse you. Curse is like the opposite of poison. Instead of doing damage, it affects your magic. I hate fleamen. I suck at hitting them. The Ectoplasm Soul is actually fairly nice because I believe it prevents you from being cursed. This is the whatever the fudge that is. And that's one of the few enemies you can actually stand on. We're going down. Because right over here is a save! Wow, that turned out really weird. Don't we go? We actually go down here. It's a book. It's a book. But we can't grab it because we don't have... We can't go down that way. So we're just going to have to remember that's there for now. Other than that, we're just going to just press forward. Here we go. Yeah, we're Soma. Who is this? Her name is... Oh, wait. She's Yoko. You've met Aluka... Genya Arikado. I did meet him. He told me about you. Alright. Hard to believe. Seems cold at first. Well, okay, fine. Decent guy. Because you share the same dark powers. Wait, my powers are dark? Oh, you mean you didn't know that? Did I say something? Well, so I just said, essentially you have the power to hand over monsters. Well, rule over monsters, I have no desire to do that. It comes as naturally as breathing for you. You may not realize it yet. And though I call it for dark power, that doesn't mean it's evil. It's like a weapon. Its user decides whether to use it for good or evil. But that way it makes it better. You are yourself. There's no one else you could be. Don't second guess yourself, be confident. Thanks, Yoko. Let's forget. Graham, yes, I didn't even be wary of him. Believe he will inherit his powers. Yeah, I've got to bridge itself. Don't be fooled by appearances. He's not. I think he is. Alright. Graham. Alright. Wait, why are you going that way? No, that leads to a dead end. No, I mean it. We're actually going to be going to a dead end. Alright. Ow. I know I'm taking damage, but I don't feel like going crazy. Actually, I'm going to go head over this way first. Not this. Well, okay, that's just money. Thought that was actually going to be something important. Oh, no, it's this way. It took me so long to figure that out. That's actually one of the few puzzles I really just didn't know what the fudge to do. No, it's just backdash into the whole thing. Student witches. They're witchy. Don't really got anything to say. The whip sword. It's going to be weaker than what we're using. Actually, no, it's about the same strength. There's a reason why I'll be using it. I'm also going to be swapping... I think I gamed the ghost. I think. I will keep the ghost. It's different. We sadly don't have any blue souls, so it'll be a little sad there. The reason why I want it, because the boss is extremely pathetic to it. It makes this boss that would be normally very annoying be very, very easy. Alright, we move forward, and it's the Great Armor. Why is this an easy fight? Because normally you would have to get very close to him to do damage. Or you'd have to use your souls. Which he's fairly resistant against most of the souls you can have access to at this point. But yeah, not too bad for now. Kill you. Come on. There we go, he's dead. Got Leo Pass. I can show you the full name in 1 minute. Just 1 second. where we get the shop. His name's Hammer. Soma, by the way, is like, he's born in, he's about 20, or not, he's 19 in this game. He's not really a brutal kid. He's young, but he's not really a kid. He's bailed. People gathered at the shrine. Good customer, so I opened up a shop. Good for you. There are weapons all over the castle and no monsters at the front gate. Good place for a shop. Come on by. He's basically how you're going to get your maps. It's fairly simple. Shop. Okay. You wanted to know the enemy. I know we'll go over this later, but... Damn it. The Katbliobli Pass. It's Arc-like beast that breath turns living things to stone. But now we have the Wooper Soul. It gives us double jump. As I said, we get double jump before we get the slide. Oops. Yep. Which means we can now do stuff. Not that way. I'm actually going to use the whip sword for a little bit because it is a little efficient because it does give you quite a bit of reach. Ow, curse sucks. I think I'll actually swap back to the Bastard Sword because I prefer its faster swing time. Alright. Save time. Just looking at chat. Not really anything too crazy going on there right now. Oh, come on. I knew that was going to happen. Go up this way. Curse doesn't affect any stat other than your magic, so you don't need to really worry about it doing too much damage. But in here, we get a piece of watermelon. Well, melon. Don't use it. It's a great way of healing. It gives you a lot of hit points. God damn it. Curse sucks. And I hate ectoplasm. I always have in every Castlevania game I played. And I played a lot of them. Ectoplasm, I think, is my second least favorite enemy. And there's one more, but it's just not in this game, so we don't talk about it. Oh, wait, no, it is. I thought I was kidding myself. No, I wasn't. There is indeed that one enemy. We'll get to that once we get to that enemy, because that enemy's a pain. And anyone who plays Castlevania will understand my pain and suffering. And I mean it. Ooh. Arachne Soul. Yeah, it's okay. But it's good to have, because it's actually a rare soul, so it's a pain to get. Alright, now we need to use the box. Push the box, push the box, push the box, push the box, push the box. There you go. Go. And we got ourselves a heart pendant. The heart pendant, we don't actually have the pendant, which is actually rather amusing. The pendant increases your luck. This increases your luck and your defense by 1. It could really make a difference in how many souls we get, but I really don't want it. I don't want to risk the defense. I apologize. I can get some really nice stuff out of that, but I just kind of want the defense. I know me, I'm going to get hit a lot. I'd much rather not really need to worry about dying in 5 hits. Other than that... Oh, and this is another good... This is the broadsword. There are a few people who don't like these kinds of weapons. In this game, I love them. The overhead swinging weapons. I love them. They're fantastic in my mind. I know a few people that really hate them. They just don't like them. I personally love them because they're great at killing overhead enemies. They usually have fairly good range still on them. They're fantastic. There's a few I don't like, but those are very few and far in between. As you may have guessed, Soma's main weapon of choice is a sword. I'd much rather have a Guardian Soul that was really good, but we don't have it right now. The only problem with these types of weapons is that they often make you stop. So I can't do the jumping tactic anymore. But I don't really care. If I wanted damage, I would just use that combat knife we found before. And guess what? We're now going to go this way! Because I don't think we've gone that way. No, we haven't gone completely that way. We actually we'll have to grind for one specific soul later on. Actually, no, there's one of 3 souls we can grind for. I'll probably grind for one of them specifically. But there are a few that we'll have to grind for. Oh, the hammer. The hammer works similar to this weapon, but it's a little slower, and I personally don't like it too much. Since you actually have to hit with the end, it's a little annoying. Dead tiny devil. It's a tiny devil. It needs to die. Though what's actually amusing, because the game is pixelated. By the way, this game is rated teen. They got away with a lot of a lot of nudity, which is rather amusing. I don't really find it like a redeeming factor or anything, but since a lot of monsters are depicted like how they are in this game, they actually got away with quite a bit. No! This is what we were supposed to do, by the way. There we go. Well, it's a piece of what you're supposed to do, and it's a way you can get to one specific place, which we are trying to get to. We're trying to get to a warp room so I can teach you how the warp rooms work. And these are winged skeletons, as you may have guessed. These are just, they drop the same soul as the one we got in the very beginning of the game. There is no difference between them. There you go, level up there. I will actually likely be under-leveled. We're about the level we should be at. This is why that's why I like it. Actually, what I really would like would be the Ghost Dancer's soul. That soul's really good. I could go in here and go over the details of these rooms, but I don't think I want to because most of them don't really hold anything important. This one actually, because it hits an anti-venom, and we're going to need that a little later on. So up here is a warp room. There are several of these, but they're often out of your way and not near a save room, which is kind of a pain. They often fix these in other games where the warp room is right next to the save room. Makes your life easy. Up here, because we can now do stuff up here. We're back in the castle corridor, by the way. Just saying. You didn't guess by the music. We can now get up there, but that's not really important. What's important is a few of the stuff up here. You need double jump to get almost everywhere in this place, so get used to it. These here. Killer Doll. Yeah, its soul's alright. There's a variant of it called the Lightning Doll, and it's a little better. But their souls are very, very similar, I think. So, they're not bad souls by any means, but I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm very picky about my souls, as you may have guessed. There's one specific soul that as soon as we get it, that's the only soul I'll be using for bullet. And I mean it. There's another one that for yellow that I'll only be using that one. We're going to specifically go this way first. Yes, yeah. Well, that wasn't actually the reason why I got away with it. There's some enemies later on that are even more exposed. Okay. The man over there, yeah, he's Hammer. Shut up. If you talk to her, you will instantly heal all your stuff. Hammer. I just want to sell that stuff. We're going to grab the castle map too, because it's handy. He sells weapons. I actually kind of want to try and get that copper plate. I'm going to sell some of my stuff. I think I'll sell the normal knife, the short sword, the bamboo sword, and the hammer, rapier, the cestus, the casual clothes, all that. Just so I can get myself the copper plate, because the copper plate is an upgrade to what we have, and it would be pretty handy. There we go. Nice upgrade. Constitution is your natural defense stat, by the way. So if it goes up, your defense usually goes up. That's kind of how it works. Up here, I think it's something... Ah, yes, there is actually. There's the lucky charm. Which, guess what? Increases your luck by 3. It's fairly alright. It does its job. It's nice. And we can look out. This castle, as you may have guessed, is big. I have 23%, and only 23% of this castle. Man, we have to work at it. But I have worked at it, so let's get moving. Our next location is to get another ability, which is the way we slide mess. There is one ability soul that I probably won't get, because I know where it is, but you never use it. So I'm probably just going to ignore it. I might get it in like a little video I make, a little subsection, but other than that, probably won't care. We still have to go this way a little bit. We have to get, you see that area up there? Like with the, where we're going to next? That's actually the area we need to go to. Like that, it is the dance hall, I believe. I actually do plan, I think, to do as many Castlevania games as I can live stream format. I'll probably even do the Lords of Shadow games if people want me to. Well, I've recently played through them both, all 3, but I don't have the 3rd one currently available to me. Well, in complete detail, I'd have to install the HD version again of Mirror Fate. Which is technically the 2nd game, but is also not. Ooh, a lance. Those are worthless. I don't like any of the spear weapons. They're way too long. They don't provide as much reach as the whip sword does. And they're the pain. Siren, which are not like sirens from traditional history. Because these are basically just harpies, but weaker. I think they even have a similar soul, too. I'm not sure. There we go. Next up, the dance hall. I was right. Oh, we've been at this an hour and we already have decent progress. Oh, wait. It's... Question mark, question mark, question mark. Again. It's a dark probe. Who are you? It is rude to ask questions before introducing yourself. Yes, you're right. I can't give you my name, but people call me Jay. Are you a criminal? No, I have amnesia. I was told I was in an accident in 1999. When I awoke in the hospital, I had forgotten my name and my past. Soma. Were you born with it? I don't really know. I first noticed when I entered this castle. I guess I was mistaken. Jay, I have come to this castle. Call me Jay. He's filled with fear when he hears the name Dracula. I came here because of the prophecy. I also thought my memory might return. In fact, since my arrival, I felt like my memory is returning. Maybe Dracula was involved. I fear you are correct, especially since I have magical powers. Are you an exorcist? Well, you might say that, but I work for no one but myself. I must be going now. Sure, we'll meet again. Right? Alright. The dance hall is big. I'm going to go the cheeky way through it, which is... I'm not going to even show you the entire area. I don't care. The cheeky way through it is very obvious. Well, it's fairly obvious to people who've played the game before. If you haven't played the game before, well, it's not so obvious. Because if you look, it is actually really complex. It's a large area. It's not easy to get around. But first, if I can actually bloody get the Ghost Dancer Soul, this would be fantastic, because that is a really good soul. So, give me the Ghost Dancer Soul, please. It's a really good... Come on. Come on, please. Ghost Dancer. No! Ghost Dancer. Ghost Dancer! Give me soul. Okay, up the way to my right is a warp room. That's it. Just a warp room. Down here, we have more than one way to go. This way leads to a dead end, but it has cool stuff. Army jacket. I'll take it, even though we spent all of our money. And hi, it's the first boss again. It's dead. That's the level difference in this game. You get a level, you can start killing basically anything. The wooden golem. And hit nudge nudge. I'm going to let you guys guess what the boss is going to be. Ow. Please do something other than that. It has more than just that as an attack. I decided to just use that. There we go. Actually, I believe the zombie officer... I don't remember. Zombie officer is a... yellow? We'll have to think about it. I used a potion there because I was at fairly low hit points, and I'd much rather not have my first game over be to a killer doll. Ow. That one just gives you more money. I'm just gonna keep walking and look at the chat. Good stuff. This video will be posted on my channel, so if you guys, well, I'll hopefully have it there so people can watch it. It'll be something interesting. I think I will try and stream any day I'm not recording Survival Craft. I missed a week for Survival Craft, so I'm not gonna record it tonight. I'll stream whenever I'm not recording it, or I want to record something. I just want to stream. I might stream something and you might never see it again. This you'll see on my channel because I want it there, but there might be a few things that you'll just never see again. Like we'll do it, but there will never be a video about it ever, or there'll be a video about it, but it will not be the stream. Like, the stream might be me trying to complete the game, while the video is just simply something like I did for God Eater, basically. Just a bit. Like, I might continue God Eater on a stream. Might be a good idea. The game seems to respond pretty good. It's also a good game to stream, because it is just the type of game it is. Also, for some reason, the evil butchers down here are different colors. Don't know why. And no, it is not a ROM problem. I have actually seen people with different, like cartridges and all that mess, have the same problem. So it's not a emulation problem. It is actually how they are. There we go. Ow. They're dead. They're dead, Jim. Down we go. There's a save room. So I'm going to kill the butcher, walk in, save. Now, there's a reason why I kept the whip sword is because we need it here. Specifically here. Because this boss is very similar to the other one. Well, we've been fighting wooden golems this entire time. Guess what? The boss is a bigger golem. Literally called the big golem. This one is a little tougher than the... great armor. Of the whip sword. And the really nice ghost soul that is way better than I remember it being. But I do remember the giant ghost soul being a piece of crap. There we go. There we go, it's dead. That also becomes a normal enemy eventually. And through this way, that's actually something else we can get eventually. It's nothing important. Let's go back to the broadsword. This is a skeleton blaze soul. I feel whole again. We'll go over the enemies we found recently, because I didn't go over them yet. Let's see. The Winged Skeleton gives you 3 experience. Minotaur, 60. Student Witch, 28. Arachne, 32. Fleaman, we already went over that. Evil Butcher, 30. Ectoplasm, 15. That thing. Ghost Dancer, 22. Killer Doll, 40. Zombie Officer, we already went over. Creaking Skull, we already went over. Wooden Golem, 200. Manticore, 250. Great Armor, 300. I have the Great Armor Soul? Oh, no, I shouldn't have the soul. Did I get it? I did! Got it from the boss fight, I guess. This soul is very good. It drains MP very quickly, but man, is it good. I didn't even realize I got the soul. Sheesh. The Un soul is fairly alright. It's throw a Un at an opponent. And the big golem soul is also fairly good. It increases your constitution. So it's fairly alright. It drains your... It drains your MP very, very quickly. So right now, it's not that good. Later on, it is very good. Because that slight increase of 100, like the additional 20%. Oh, yeah. That's handy. If anyone has any recommendations on any games I should play, I think I'll play basically anything, more or less, as long as I can have access to it. Ooh, high potion. High potions are better potions. Simply because, well, I play games. I like them. I probably try and play Overwatch eventually, because I'm sure people will like that at least once. But the problem is I will have to throw it on really low settings because Overwatch uses upload. What I might do, I might just record it, and then I'll make you guys watch the recording. I apologize, but if people want me to do a live broadcast of it, it could be problematic. Or what I might do is I might set up a live chat, and what we'll do is that the live chat will just keep going, and I'll just give you guys a basic game IP, and we'll play some Overwatch. Oh, and the weapon there is crap too, so that's why I didn't grab it. So if anyone was wondering. Dead. Minotaurs suck. There's harder versions called red Minotaurs. They're worse. There's a hidden area up here. I'm gonna break it quickly. We can't do anything with it yet. No, I made it. We can't actually do anything with it yet. We have to wait. We now to the inner quarters. The Paris phone. The Persever something. Or basically there. Durga. Durga. Ooh, the Nemesis Soul. That's actually also a very good soul. I've gotten it recently. It's very good. It's a little annoying to get since Nemesis are a little hard to fight. But it is a very good soul. So if you can't get your whole grubby little hands on it, it's a good idea. No, it's dead. This area, we can't do anything with right now. So just ignore it. This area here, it's an enemy. It's dead. Durga. More Durga. Whenever it's a Durga, it reminds me of Durgar, which are the underground dwarves from D&D. Just reminds me of that, that's all. Not a Durga warrior. This is arguably the best soul in the game. This is the Headhunter. And this is the most basic form. Which is literally just... This might take a little bit, actually. Oh, there we go, it's dead. This is the second form. Damn it, I apparently suck at dodging this guy. Even though I've actually done this very quickly before. I was thinking of doing like a quick run of like doing like basically New Game Plus very quickly. But not really my thing right now. This form is actually a pain because it can poison you. This is where the zombie soul will actually come in handy. I'm actually going to heal here. I will actually use that high potion we just got. Because now, I, A, don't take damage from poison. 2, I do more damage when I'm poisoned. So yeah, please poison me. Allow me to do even more damage to you. Normally, poison is nasty. The Headhunter Soul. As you get more souls, it gets stronger. Right now, it doesn't seem that much of an increase. Later on in the game, when you have a lot more souls, oh boy. It becomes very good, especially since they give you, they're going to give you souls. Okay, we're going to actually have to try and get the Curly Soul. It's either the Curly or the Devil Soul. I'd much rather try and get the Curly Soul. We're going to need it. Oh, I forgot Valkyries are resistant to light magic. No bloody duh. Valkyrie Soul's pretty good, actually, if you guys want to know. The Disc Armor Soul is also very good. I remember very much liking it. The Curly Soul is actually one we'll need later on, because it's not easy how to get into a specific area, but the Curly and Devil Soul make it a little easier. The Disc Armor Soul is just a really good damaging soul. Not really too big of a deal for that one. So if I can get the Curly Soul, I would be so happy. Valkyrie Soul is pretty nice as well. Almost everything in this part of the game is pretty good. What we have to do is grab this soul, actually. The Undying Soul. It allows us to walk on water's surface. Yes, you get to the ability to walk on water before you get the ability to swim. That makes a boatload of sense. We also get access to Hrunting. The Hrunting, whatever the fudge you want to call it. It is a better weapon. Normally, I don't actually use this, because I normally have a better weapon by this point, but I don't have it. So we're going to use it. It's very good. It does poison damage. Poison damage is fairly unique. Yes, I did say any game, even bad ones. As long as you give me an actual game, I will play it. I never said for how long, but I will play it. So if you really want to me to play a bad game, I can make a series that involves me playing bad games. If people really want me to do it, I'll do it, but no guarantee that anyone will enjoy it. Curly. Over here. I do kind of like having reach again. Rather nice. Mercury is dead. Something a little weird about this image. The Kioma demon. Its soul is fairly good as well. It allows you to do something. I think it allows you to go into mirrors. I think. Now we can't walk on this because we don't have the Undying Soul. This is the only problem, because you get the Headhunter Soul and then you get this one, which is worse. It's kind of like a slap in the knee that you have to equip it. I will have to... And we will need the Undying Soul for a little bit. So that's why I'm not unequipping it. Well, the Imp Soul. That one's not too bad. I'm actually kind of surprised on how well this is turning out and the latency end. It's a lower latency than I would like, but between the two parties, I'd gladly take it. Doesn't seem too bad. It needs to record right. Because when I first tried doing this, it just didn't work at all. I mean, it just didn't work. Also, Valkyrie Soul would be nice. Just saying. I could go down. Or I could use this warp point. I'm too lazy. I'm going to use the warp point. And we actually I want to get another castle map, which is castle map 3. So this kind of works out to my advantage. So heal. Shut up. She will give you exposition. That's about it. Hammer. Oh, you don't have yet. You have Graham though. I don't need the whip sword anymore. That's why I'm getting rid of it. What I'm buying, I think, is going to be Graham. Actually, if you guys want to know, Graham is the sword that chooses kings. It is the sword that chooses kings from a tree. It is a demon sword of reasonable proportion. I could get steel plate, but there's some things there that I could get, but I don't know really reason to get it yet. Graham I want, though. Why? Because it's a nice weapon. It's very, very fast. It is the fastest... I think it's the second fastest weapon. So it allows you to do really, really fast attacks. Which is always something I like. It actually allows you to do two attacks in air with a double jump, which is something you normally can't do. So, I'll take it. And because I have the ability to walk on water, we'll keep moving. I think I'll go till 12 p.m. I think. That should be a rough time for us to go, and we'll see how far we can get. So I'll wind it down at 12. Well, when it's 12 for me. Boy. Boy. Well. Skeleton. Alright. Now that we're down here, we actually have to go down a little bit. Because, oh look, this is the area we were at before with all those deadly, deadly fish. Which we can now walk on water. Well, I killed the killer fish. Go. Why? Because we can go up here. We no longer need that bloody soul. So we can go equip the headhunter. We're going to the area with the enemy. Well, not quite. We're going to the area that leads to the area with my least favorite enemy. The floating garden. It's weird. Darker trees. When I mean this area is weird, I mean it's really weird. You just don't really expect it. When you think of, like... It's unique. This is actually a save room. This is actually the save room of the area. This area isn't too big. I'm going to be going through the basic places. Because there's one location I actually do want to go grab. Oh, the Red Crow Soul. That was fairly good. It increased my int. But I have the Headhunter Soul, so... No. No, why did I bother? Up we go. Did it say this area had imps? Because this area has imps. I love how my own stream that I'm watching is a little is buffering on my own end. What am I using? Gorgon. It's just a tougher version of the thing that I couldn't pronounce earlier. All right. The key to floating gardens is that they're entirely above this area. They also have really cool enemies, like the werewolf. I'm also being very bad at the game right now. I'm actually kind of used to being werewolves being kind of pathetic, because in Lords of Shadow they are really pathetic. Build the golem. There's usually money up top, but I'm not going to really show that off. These areas are rather large. I'm going to be going specifically to the one that brings me to the area we need to go to, and that's it. I think it's... Yes. Actually, I'm going to use this place. We can't do anything really here yet, but we can save. Remember this area, though. This area is really important later on in the game. There are a few ways of getting to the area I want to go to, but this area's a little weird. We go back there, we get to this area, which has more werewolves, but also has the devil. Devils. Devils are classified as demons. Their soul is one that's handy. It's one of the souls we can get instead of the curly soul. I'll probably just grind for the curly soul. It's probably easier. Welcome to the clock tower. Home of, well, you know, death. And this asshole. Something I wanted to ask you. Aaron. Not true, is it? The term inherit is incorrect. I was born the very day Dracula was destroyed. In short, that means I am Dracula. That's because I don't consider you to threaten my mission. You made it this far. Listen to the power within you. Do tell me. The power to rule. You foolish boy, that's impossible. Remain here any longer, I must get to the throne. You are wrong, Soma. I will not allow you to rule. Jeez, what's that all about? Well, you'll figure out soon. Killer fish, useless soul. Later on, technically, I guess it can be a good soul because there is a whole area that is water-based. And no, it is not a water level because it is not just water. So I will not classify it as such. There's lightning dolls. I will not fight that golem. Say hello to the Medusa heads. They're like bats, but worse. Also, I'm going to shut up for a bit because this music is really good. Well, I can't shut up. There's something else. Yoko. Random Graham. Really, which way did he go? He was in a rush to get to the throne. As I thought, something important in the throne room. With you all of a sudden. He's not who I thought he was. Only because he thought I was powerless. Suddenly I told him about my power. But on his mind, he thinks everything in this castle is his. But it's better this way. The fact that he sees you as an enemy now means you're my comrade. Or at least ally. For now, anyway. It's so much fun to tease him. Brits here towards Graham. This is our chance. 4. Act this way. Yep. Onward. Oh, I'm not actually watching my own stream live. That probably would help. Bomb armor is like rock armor, just with bombs. Ooh, steel plate. That's the good stuff. I was going to buy some iron plate, but I bought Garm instead. There's harpies. Told you we see them. I told you sirens were just weaker versions of harpies. Harpies are just stronger versions of sirens. But they actually have projectiles, making them annoying, but their soul is really good, so... It's like a temporary replacement for the soul I want. Ah, lightning doll! I hate this room specifically because there's just so much going on in it. Because if you get... I also hate this room because it has Medusa heads. Medusa heads suck. As I said, they're like bats, but worse. And now we're into the ones that can petrify you. Feels like I'm playing melee. Whenever I become petrified. As I said, they have a projectile. This area actually leads to the top floor. We're not going here yet. That's for later. Assholes. Okay, I didn't know the sirens had, There we go, it's dead. Great armor. Dead. I got iron plate. Seems like a downgrade from the bomber armor. Alright. For such a bigger thing, it's downgrade. There we go, save. Why save? Because of the boss. 1. 2. This boss is tough. Sort of. It is Lord Death. He is weak to light attacks. He fights like a nemesis. You have to... Much rather have one of my other souls right now, because there's one soul that would be really good in this fight. There's a reason why I said don't use the melon, because I usually use it in this fight, because this fight's actually really hard. I might die in the second phase of this fight. Yes, you heard me. Second phase. This kind of reminds me of the death fight in Lords of Shadow 2, actually. Potion, potion! Why? Because it's annoying. I hate focusing against it. I'm pretty sure talking has not helped. Now we actually have to fight Death himself. Death himself is annoying. I'm using very, very potent speedrunner tactics right now. Oh, damn it. This is not Death from Fortune Ruin. Death can go die in a pit of fire. That death is brutal. It's also not the death from Lord of Ecclesia, which is sillily easy. This phase I don't usually find brutally hard, but I'm going to use that melon now. There we go. Just so I get an extra... I can get hit one or two more times. There we go, it's dead. It's not the hardest fight, as I said, but it's nowhere near the easiest death fight. But you do get one of the best souls out of the entire game, which is the Death Soul. The Death Soul is a Guardian Soul. It is fairly self-explanatory. It is handy against bosses. You also get the Skull Soul. You know when I said we'd be doing a water level? Well, we're going to do it. We're doing a water level. And yes, Graham is actually rather amusing. Though his walk kind of makes sense since he believes he's more pompous than you. So that's probably why he walks like that. He's better than you are. I think that's the thing they were going for because of the low amount of pixels they could use because of the Game Boy Advanced. I don't think they could do nearly as much as they wanted to. Alright, we have to get down to that small opening that we found before. The gold Medusa heads actually drop the Medusa head soul, which allow you to summon Medusa heads that are familiar. It is not bad. It's a fairly good soul because it can, I believe, petrify enemies. I hate these things. I'm also going to turn off the soul set. I'm going to use the Skull of Soul, because that's the one we will need coming up. Ow. Forgot about spikes. And good job. Right here. Clunk. Needles. They are self-explanatory. They are a bunch of needles. Oh, it would have been nice if I got that soul. I like to determine where I am. That's the idea. I'm forgetting which way is which. It's this way. If you're petrified, you take more damage. That's about it. Go down. This way is a warp room. Oh, this is the question. Which way do I want to go down? I can either go down... No, I'll go down the one way I think will be the best. Little stiff. The zone is... What do you mean the zone is a good 7.8? What the fudge does that mean? Are you saying about how cool the area's music is? How cool the area is? What do you mean? Like, I don't mind the area, I don't like the Medusa heads. Medusa heads suck. They're my least favorite enemy out of the entire franchise, and there's a lot of enemies in this franchise. Oh well. We will now enter this location, the underground reservoir. I detest this area. Not because it's water, but because I don't like it. This is where you get the bended, by the way. This is where you would normally get the killer fish soul, by the way. I think they have like 20 hit points, so... I'm actually going to quickly equip the Undying Soul. You're going to have to swap basically between the two when you're down here. The Elfin Robe is actually this. Lower defense but higher int. Yeah, I rarely use magic as Soma. I'll walk on the surface of water. It's pretty cool. Tasty meat. And we have to swap back to Skuller. There are a few areas to enter the underground reservoir and get to where we're going. I'm going the long way. Well, what I would call the long way. What I call the long way is different than what other people call the long way. This here is a man-eater. It is in the boss rush, but it is not a boss. Also, the underground reservoir does not have a boss of its own. Needles. Needles. It throws needles. Rahab's sword is better than what we're using. It's fairly good. It's a little better in Dawn of Sorrow because it basically becomes your main weapon in that game pretty quickly. It also does freezing damage, so it's actually fairly nice because there's a lot of things that are actually weak to it. I'm actually going to go down here because there's a save near here, I believe. Yes, there is. Oh, my lord. My own, I'm trying to watch my own, trying to make sure this stream is... Oh, 7.8, 10, we're not even, we're in the water area now. Why would you give the area that doesn't have any water, well, not that much water, a 7.8 out of 10, okay? At least give the stuff that makes sense water, okay? If we go down here, we can get a look at what we're doing. Also get access to the mana prism. Well, a mana prism, which restores all your mana. So yes, it was a very bad reference because there wasn't that much water in that place. It would have been better in this area, but this area also actually doesn't have that much water, which is actually kind of funny. Because the way I remember this area is that it actually doesn't have as much water as people might think. Kill that thing. We'll be going up there and doing stuff there later, but I just don't want to deal with it right now. That is actually a reminder to tell you to do something, and we'll be doing it later, so you don't have to worry about it. Don't worry. Ooh, a trident. Tridents are useless. Don't use them. They're bad. There are a few places of armor and stuff like that we could grab, but we'll be grabbing a few specific things later, so. There we go. He did. Level up. Another trident. I'm going to be dealing with one boss specifically first, which is down here. I'm going to have to really try and not get hit here. The Flame Demon Soul. We're going to have to grind that one. And I mean it. We're actually going to have to grind for it. We'll be going back in there quickly. There's a boss in here that I want to deal with first. It is the boss known as Legion. It is not a hard boss, especially in this game, where it is obnoxiously easy. For some reason. Don't really know. Save is up here. We're going to be using it. We're going to be grinding for the Flame Demon Soul. I have good reason to grind for it. We just don't have the reason for you guys to know why we're grinding for it yet. But trust me, there is a good reason why we're grinding for it. Other than the fact that I like it. Other than the fact that I actually really like the Flame Demon Soul. And the fact that there's literally almost no locations other than this where you can actually grind for it. And that is totally not the reason why I'm using Rahab Sword right now. Other than to grind for stuff as well, because I'll probably get a level from that, yep. There's a few flame demons nearby, but I have to go through the boss room to get it, so much rather just grab it while I'm here. Well, no, it wasn't that there. I just wasn't looking at the. No, with that there, that there. I actually wasn't looking at the message, so I didn't. I wasn't really looking at the message at the time, and I wasn't focusing on it either. I've been focusing on doing things. Right now, we're in the Flame Demon Mining podcast, so I'll be glad to talk about almost anything at this point. Oh, well, as I say that, we get the Flame Demon Soul. The Flame Demon Soul is fantastic. We're also going to swap to the Headhunter because it's just so much better. It is so good. I have no words for this soul. It is fantastic. It is required in a certain capacity that I will not spoil yet, but it is required nevertheless. The only thing about the stream is that I'm actually kind of glad that it's running at 60 FPS. That is the one thing I have noticed, is that it is running at 60 FPS. I believe it's running in 60 FPS. So you can actually watch it in that clean 60 FPS. And it will also look fairly alright. But, nevertheless, about the stream, don't really want to talk about that right now. Let's just go fight a boss. It's boss time. This is Legion, for we are many. Legion is a reoccurring boss from Symphony of the Night. This is his strangest appearance. Oh, damn it. Oh boy. It's not a hard boss, it's just an annoying one, because it takes time. But this works. It's fairly simple. Oh, and if you may have guessed, the Death Soul works wonders. have to get it down here because I'm not using a weapon that's an overhead. With an overhead weapon, this fight is really easy, but with this type of weapon, not quite as easy. But at least not the Legion Soul from some of the other games, because Legion fight in some of the other games is a little bit of a pain. I only have pointy weapons right now. Thrusting weapons. And man, did I take a lot of damage from that. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I normally try and buy a weapon called Ascalon, and then, or get one other weapon, which is, even though it's another thrusty weapon, it's very good. As you may have guessed, this is the reason why it's very good to have a specific... Oh boy. I might die. If I die, I will do the other boss first, which is actually harder. Because then well, at least get to the area with that boss, because... Actually, maybe not. I'm dead. I'm dead. Rip, Jim. Alright. There you go. As I said, we'll continue. Yeah, I'll go get a specific... I'll go do the... Well, no, we won't do the harder boss fight, but we'll get the stuff we need to do this. And yes, we're actually nearing the end of the game. I haven't even been at this for 2 hours, and we are almost completed the game. I have nowhere near the defense I want. But I think we can finish this game on stream, too. No. Yoko is fine. It should be fine. Castle's power. Plan has failed. Okay. Let's read the amount of power he acquired. Go. I will see to her wounds. Cannot say you must go there with yourself. Don't. I'll do as you say. Escape from the castle alive. I want to know everything. Fair enough. Not Skull, Undying Soul. No, it's the Skull Soul. I mind up. I'll probably actually have to use the tasty meat in the area we're going. The arena. Why? Because there's some pretty bloody tough enemies in here. That's why. So I'm actually going to have to rush through this place quickly. I don't like rushing through this area because it usually involves you taking a lot of damage. But no choice right now. Use the warp. There's a save area up close there. The Rahab sword we're using is fairly alright. Though a fun fact about Rahab sword, it's actually the sword I used to beat Dawn of Sorrow. Hammer. Do you actually have... Actually, I'm going to grab some high potions. The 3 of those. Just in case. Not really just in case, I know exactly why I'll need them. You'll see why. There's a few areas that we need to go to, so... and involve the arena. I probably won't beat the boss tonight, because we only have about 10 minutes left in stream. Venom. Ow. And yes, I am actually roughly the level I should be in this fight, in this area. So don't go around by saying, oh, you're not the right level. No, I am actually roughly the level you should be. I just don't really have the equipment. Nowhere near the equipment that I wanted. I'm missing a piece of armor I really want. But we can actually just do these. And yes, I'm taking pot shots. There we go. This is why I wanted the high potions. But now we have one of the best pieces of armor in the game. Orlox's suit. These are actually top level enemies here. Like top floor. That's where they are. They're great level grinding, though. You get some pretty nice stuff from in the arena. There is a weapon you get. I'm going to try and get later. There we go. We're going to go back to the save. Because we're going to need it. Because I'd much rather not have to go through that entire mess again if I die. The Killer Mantle Soul, I believe, is also fairly good. Through here. You have to be able to deal with his heads. Through here. That's the weapon I was looking for. Balmung. It is a very, very much upgrade. Balmung, if anyone is wondering, is the sword of Siegfried. This is usually the weapon I use to beat the game. Until I found the most powerful weapon. Then that changed. However, like that one, I still hate this room. It's nowhere near as bad as that top one. And there's one that's even worse, which is the one that is at the very bottom, not including the boss room. But I think after acquiring this next artifact, be good to go. There we go. This one here. Yeah. It's exactly what it looks like. Why do I suck at doing this? This ring here is the rare ring. It sucks for what we just did. The rare ring increases the appearance of rare items. That's it. That's all it does. I actually have slightly more reach than the beam skeletons do with this weapon. But yeah, the beam skeletons are tough as fudge. Well, if it's bad fudge anyway. Alright. Now the real challenge. Can we get through the area of the arena without dying so we can get to the save room for Legion? That's where we'll pick up off afterwards. Let's see. Using our newly acquired blade of death and suffering. Let's see how far we can go. I know how to hop over the gladiators. Their soul kind of sucks, and they're a pain to kill. Dead Crusaders. Nope. No! Oh, you asshole. Poison is nowhere near as nice. Well, it's nicer than it is in other Castlevania games, which are really nasty. Poison does not lower your hit points. It just makes you weak. Can we make it out alive? With 4 gargoyles and a beam skeleton on our trail, we're good. We're alive. Oh, no, it's not the lucky ring. It's the rare ring. There is actually an item called the lucky ring, and it's even worse. It's not in this game, but it is in other Castlevania games, and it is worse. That's the thing. So to be fair, it's not quite as... Though the rare ring actually does increase the rarity of the drops, so it actually can be really good, because you can get some pretty nice rare drops from it. It's just not as useful as you might think from completing that platform puzzle, which is actually which isn't as hard as the other two, so you can see why. And now you can see why I wanted this weapon for the Legion fight that I died on. Alright. Should we just fight? Should we save and go fight Legion and then call it an end? Or should I save? I wonder. What do you guys think? Should I just should I save? Or just go fight the Legion now? That's kind of the options here. Save and, well, I already saved, but go fight Legion now? Or go fight Legion later? We have 1 minute before 12. Let's see if we can get there before then. If we can, then we'll do it. Oh well. I was going to wait there for a bit. Nah. I had a latency problem. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're fighting it. Now I can explain why Legion is so easy with this fight. Watch what happens. Alright, fine. Normal. There's another weapon that makes this even easier. Yeah, go fight him. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. Because see, I can hit the inner core with this weapon. I'm also higher level too, so I will take less damage. Well, the problem with this weapon is that it swings a lot slower. Yo, you asshole. Once again, this is still technically going to be a long fight, but it should be nowhere near as difficult as it was. There we go, see? There we go, it's dead. if I had what's called Ascalon, or there's one other weapon that I could get access to, which I would have had to have the Curly Soul already, we could have done it. I think it didn't take too long. It took about 4 or 5 minutes. Actually, no, it took about 3 minutes for the fight. So that actually was a little long for a boss fight in this game. But we'll save. And I think I'll call it here. So next time on Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, well, we'll pick up from where we left off. We only have 4 more bosses, I think. So we're fairly close to the end. We have a few areas that I haven't really touched upon to go to. And we need to make sure to get that Curly Soul. So we'll be doing that next time, whenever we go fight it. And I guess it's good night. So I'll see you all later.